Hey guys, so as I was editing the last video, Miniclune leaked a bunch of new items. Now initially he only leaked one thing, so I was gonna put it at the end of the last video, but then he leaked like 4 different items and other stuff, so I'm just gonna make a separate video about it. And yeah, so the first thing he leaked was this overclocked power orb. Now this is the same item ability as the mana power orb that he leaked yesterday, which is deploy, but the buff is different. So this time it's plus 100% base mana regen, and it heals 2.5% of your max health per second, and increases all heals by plus 5%. And it also grants plus 25 strength. So this will work for up to 5 players within 10 blocks of the orb. So this is one of probably multiple of these power orb things. We saw the mana flux power orb yesterday, and this is the second one. Now the second thing he leaked was the scorpion bow. So the scorpion bow is a relatively late mid-game bow. It is pretty good for late mid-game players, so like if you're between the end and like whatever comes before it, that's where this sort of fits in. So it's not an endgame item, but if you are not if you haven't got Dragon Army yet or a Runan's bow, this might be a pretty good competitor for the Hurricane bow. So it's got plus 110 damage, plus 10 strength, and the item ability is called Stinger. So this slows the victim and deals 50 times your strength as damage. So the mana cost for this, however, is 150, which is quite high, but yeah. Now, Miniclune also leaked this Reaper mask. Now, we've seen the Reaper Falchion, but we've never actually seen a Reaper armor piece. There was this Revenant chestplate, but this is something else. However, this Reaper mask is crafted with something called Revenant Viscera, which looks exactly the same as Enchanted World pork chops. So, that's pretty interesting. Now, when I initially saw the Revenant Viscera thing, we didn't know what the name of it was, so everyone thought that it was Enchanted Gold pork chops, which is what he used to craft the pigment sword, and it looked like he needed 2 stacks of that, which would be absolutely insane. That would be so expensive. Luckily, that's not the case. Although, we don't actually know how you're going to get this Revenant Viscera thing. It might be even harder to get, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe the Revenant chestplate is also crafted with the same item. Who knows? Now, in the screenshots, he does also show the recipe, of course, and there are 3 actually other items apart from the pork chops. Now, in the middle is half a stack of string, and this half a stack, it's enchanted string, or at least it looks like that, but it might be something completely different. And on the left of it is this item that looks like the mask itself. Maybe you have to upgrade it or something. And on the right is this red orb, which is the same thing as what we saw in the recipe for the Reaper Falchion. So there is some connection there. We have no idea what it is though. And now Miniclune also said, what about the Recluse Fang that was leaked? And he didn't actually leak that yet, he just thought he had leaked it. So we don't have a screenshot of it, but we do know that this is going to be an item. And this is called the Recluse Fang. We don't know what it's going to look like or anything like that, or what it's going to do. But my guess is it's the thing that Miniclune mentioned a little while ago. So Miniclune said, what about some sort of Silver Fang item that comes from wolves? And this is a Fang, and I don't know, it looks like this might be what he was talking about. He also said, whoever said it was Dungeons, so, oh my god, the Dungeons update is cancelled. No Dungeons. I swear, some YouTuber is probably gonna make a video saying Dungeons update is cancelled just cause Miniclune said whoever said it was Dungeons. Dungeons are almost definitely going to be part of it, but I also think there's going to be a lot of other stuff. We already know about a bunch of other stuff that isn't going to be Dungeons related. But yeah, Dungeons, it's not cancelled, don't worry. Now, in the screenshot Miniclune sent of the Reaper mask, you can see the sidebar of like the Skyblock co-op thingy in the side, and it does say what server he's in, and the server he's in is Mini1S. And this pretty much proves my point that I made in the last video, saying that most of Dungeons update is already out. Why do I think this? Before yesterday, in the hub selector, hub 1 was Mini1A, hub 2 was mini 1D, and so on, and you ended up with like all these mini 1 A, B, C, D, and so on servers as the hub servers. And now these servers are all Mega 2D, so they must have just locked off the Mega 1 servers. However, they are still part of the network, meaning that most of the dungeons are rolled out, and it's only running on those Mega 1A and so on servers that are locked off. So this means, like, I'm pretty sure the dungeons are already here, and they're just bug testing and so on, which is pretty awesome. Now, this was kind of a short video, because I just wanted to put it out really quickly so that you guys knew what was going on. Yeah, I'm gonna go and edit this now, I guess. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this, and yeah, see you guys next time. Goodbye.